Guys, I feel so naughty, but it is what it is. Hey, yo, what is groovy? What is good? It's your boy Papa Capes, and we are back with yet another Raid Shadow Legends video. We've spoken about discipline quite a bit. And for those of you that have been following the journey, you know that my intentions were only to go for the next fusion. However, we've decided to go for this fusion. Hey! I don't know why. My shards look shiny. We have prepared. We had a little bit of an injection there from the homie Siki. Thank you, Siki. And we're grateful. Now, I don't want this to come across as, oh, but Capes, you said you're saving for that fusion and now you're not going to. We will re-evaluate the situation after this fusion. But I feel like this Shadow King champion will add to our roster. It will add value to our account, and we're obviously also chasing 3 more champions for Mikage as well. Fergan is one of them, Lady Quillen's another one of them, and Aishma is one of them. So hopefully when we rip these sacreds, if it's not legendary, we get one of those. But yeah, we will be going for Masahiro today, and we're going to be pulling some shards. And hopefully we are lucky. Hopefully the odds are in our favor. I feel so, I don't know, I just feel naughty. I feel like a little kid. I feel naughty because I was 100% convinced and convicted in the fact that I was going to be disciplined, in the fact that I wasn't going to pull my shards. I was going to save everything, but we are going to go for him. So yeah, Masahiro the Bell Monk. And for those of you that know, I am passionate about a brand that I started when I was 16, 17 years old. I say it's a brand, just a name, a community, a collective, a group of family, a group of friends known as the Street Monks. So the fact that he has Monk in his name, it just adds to those brownie points that makes me want to go for him. Let me not waffle on too much. I'm sorry. I apologize to all of those of you that had faith in me, that thought that I would stay strong. We were not able to stay strong, but we will rise up from the ashes of being shardless, of being energyless, of being silverless. Once this is done, and we will save for the next fusion. We're going to get into it. This will be the first ever shard opening on my channel. This will be the first ever proper shard opening on my account since I've started playing Raid. We're going to be pulling our voids today. We're going to be pulling our sacreds today. And then I'm going to rip 2 primals because why not? Of course, when it comes to the voids, we would love to get a Hecaton. And we've got one of him already. So we will go for whoever that is. I have no idea what that is. I know Tohanarok's quite good. I have no idea what that is. But Hecaton, I feel, is crazy. He's got a block damage with a counter attack on his A3. And then the way the Storm Call works is just phenomenal. I think that it will synergize well with my current roster of champions. So yeah, that's who we're going to be looking for on the Void side of things. And then on the Sacreds, this is also why I'm excited to do it. Because you guys know, if you've been following the channel, we do want a Wixwell 100%. And then a sad moment for me is that I lost my to-go in the first week of my account. I've said this so many times in so many different videos. So this gives us a chance to get back to go. All right, I don't know what to do. Never done this. Maybe you can hear it in my voice that I'm quite hyped up, but that's also because my lady just went to fetch my daughter and she took my son with her. So I've technically got the house to myself so I can be loud, and it's also not 2-3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not worried about warnings, so my personality can come out. I'd say it's about 95% just my personality when there's no threat of eviction hanging over my head due to noise warnings, but it's 5% excited at the fact that we're going for our first fusion. So let's check it out real quick. On the Summon Rush, we are aiming to get 5, 10, 15, 20 fragments. We've got enough space. We've got a decent amount of energy. We've got no gems, but we've got a decent amount of silver. Without further ado, I'm going to do 3 individual pools of voids, and then I'll rip 2 10s, and then we'll move on to sacreds, and then primals as well. Let's get it on. I just want to rip a void shard and see Hecaton pop up and be like, baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Sure. Okay, enough. And the first one. That is fine. Ripper first. Not who we're looking for, not who is going to get us excited. And it's blue again. That's cool. I can use her for a fusion. I know that. And we've got our last single pool, who will be Glade Wolf. Really good. Sylvan Watcher. He was also part of a fusion in the past. So yeah, on to the 10 pulls we go. Make some noise. Get your drink of choice. Stay hydrated. For those of you locals out there, I see a lot of my local people popping into the channel. Supporter of South African rugby, Springboks, you know the vibes. And my drink of choice today is a Monster Energy. No affiliations, no sponsors, none of that. Let's go with our first 10 pool, baby. What do we have here? Confessor. Hey, Siki. Shout out to Siki. Sometimes it be like this when it comes to no rates, no 2 times, no anything, and it's only for a progressive chance, which we knew going into this. The reason I said shout out Siki with Confessor is, hear me out. Little bit of a story time. Siki, who you guys have heard a lot in my channel, he was ready for the Makage fusion until he decided to commission the 2 confessors that he had on his account. So for the last 3.5 weeks, he has been unable to fuse Makage because he commissioned the 2 confessors he had on his account. F in the chat for Siki, rip in the chat for Siki. But however, today he also pulled for the fusion and he was lucky enough to get a confessor. So he will be fusing his Makage. GG's in the chat. On to the next. Let's go. Hecaton, find your way. Broadmoor. Broadmoor is good. Broadmoor is good. We'll take an epic. We'll take an epic. Is Hecaton gonna pop up? Do we see gold? Do we see gold? No, we don't, and that's okay. Hecaton, you have evaded us, but that's fine. Straight on to the sacreds we go. I don't know. I feel like Wixwell and I will get along so well. We put him in a thumbnail a couple of videos back. He knows that. We know that. That means that he should appear today. That means that he should appear today. No idea what this is. Galcut. Summon Chance has been upped for Tagore, which also excites me. Oh, I thought that was Lady Quillen. She looked like Lady Quillen. No. I know that you probably shouldn't get excited for epics when you're opening sacreds, but I also want to make progress towards Makage. So let's go again. Urticata. Okay, we've got 3 more. So far, the odds have not been in our favor, but we out here. We're going to enjoy ourselves nonetheless because we're lucky to be in this position to be able to open shards and go for the fusion anyway. So that's a vibe. I had no idea who this is. Balthus Droglord. That's a dope name. Balthus Droglord. No idea who that is. I'm not going to go into reading champions' abilities or anything like that because we know who we want. We try to stay in the mojo. And yeah, let's keep going. We've got 2 more. It's purple again. That doesn't look like a Lady Quillen. That looks like a Necro Hunter. Maybe it's good. Maybe not. Guess we'll see. I don't know if you guys saw the post that I made earlier. 1,500 turn limit reached in my Faction Wars 21 normal Faction Wars for Knights Revenant. So maybe he can come in and help with that. You never know. And the last sacred for the day is a Wixwell. That's not gold. Cormac the High Peak. Interesting. Oh well, pulling shards is exciting. And I don't ever find myself getting upset or anything along those lines, especially not in today's shard opening session, because we were under no impression that we were even going to be opening shards. So I'm lucky and I'm blessed and I'm thankful that we were able to open these shards and we made it to where we wanted to go. Let's claim all of that real quick. That is 20 frags for Masahiro, the Bell Monk, secured. Just for the video, I'm going to be pulling 2 primals because I thought to myself, like, okay, cool, you don't need to. You've pulled enough. This isn't about discipline. It's just I want it to be recorded if we see Crimson. That was a bit dramatic. Calm down. Let's go. Wixwell and Tagore are still there on the progressive. We start out with a rare. That is fine. On the last primal, it is another rare. That is okay. Ingrid Twistoff. I actually believe he's quite decent. That is it then, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing insanely special. We did secure the legendary book with those 2 primals, so that makes me even happier. So I'm vibing through this all. Again, I know sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't get lucky. On my main account, which is this account, it took me 6 months before I got my first legendary, and that was from an ancient shard, and it was April. It took me 6 months of not pulling a legendary. Then we got April, and then we started getting legendaries here and there. We still have never opened a legendary from a sacred shard. The only legendaries we've pulled, if I remember correctly, is from an ancient shard. That is 20 frags secured, which is a fat W. And now I will go into the rest of the events to secure as many frags as possible so that we can get all of our frags. Champion training is up and running. That's what we're going to do. When Classic Arena comes through in 23.5 hours, we'll farm that as well. Spider Tournament will be double dipped with Gear Hunters, which is also phenomenal. And then Summon Rush is done. That is the first time I have ever finished a Summon Rush as part of a fusion event on my account. That's good times, that's exciting times. And then we'll also jump into the gear enhancement event. If you guys have pulled for this fusion, please let me know down in the comments below if your luck was better than mine, or if somehow it was possible for you to have worse luck than I did. And if you are going for this fusion, let me know down in the comments below as well. Again, thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the support. You guys have been phenomenal. I do have a little bit of something cooking in the background, which I'll talk about in tomorrow's video, but that's just a teaser. We've gone on and we've ranted enough from my side. Happy Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. You know the vibes. Happiness is a choice. Kindness is free. Leave your mark, yo. Peace out.